Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Nomifactory GTCEu Expert Mode. So, from last time, there was a few things that I've been working on, getting some stuff ready for today, and just doing some of the work needed for some of these quests. So, the ones that I've been doing work on for is neutronium, terranium. Uh, I did get a bunch of chaos shards already, and I actually also did already get the chaos fusion injectors times 10. I'll show you all that stuff in just a moment. And then we can get these quests knocked out, and then also we're going to be tackling reactor stabilizer, draconic reactor core, quantum flux eternium heavy plating, and of course the tier 9 microminer. So, first things first, I will show you the crafting injectors. There's the chaotic ones right there. And the recipe for them was, of course, one of the draconic ones, plus the chaos shards, neutronium ingots, and crystal matrix blocks. Now, I will say that if you're going for these, you have to obviously get 40 chaos shards for 10 injectors, and I had to get about at least 200, maybe about 300,000 diamonds for this. So it took a lot of diamonds to get that. And then the neutronium, of course, is just a quadria and americium. You need 40 ingots of neutronium to get the 10 chaotic injectors. And then obviously the crystal matrix blocks are just diamonds essentially, and and nether stars too. So that's that. Oops, I didn't mean to press that. And so another thing that we have been doing off stream, we have been processing stone dust into this dusty helium. It's quite a process. As you can see, this is the one that gets you the dusty helium, and you also get osmiridium, caminite, europium, and inside of LCR we've got awakened core, the ultra acidic residue, oxygen, and xenon. This ultra acidic residue is helium-3 hydride, which is tritium hydride in a distillation tower. Gets you everything back besides 100 millibuckets. And then you also get 100 millibuckets of helium-3 hydride. And then for the clean inert residue, you've got fluoro, refined, wyvern core, not consumed on the right and left. And you get all of this stuff. You can process this other stuff if you want, but obviously the clean inert residue is what you would want out of that recipe. And then also another thing, this stuff is another thing that you'll be getting off of processing the helium dust, um, which gets you a clean inert residue too. The depleted version, you get can centrifuge for that. And then, so to get the refined residue, it's distilled water in a centrifuge with the oxidized residue, and you get a bunch of stuff again. You can see this is essentially phosphorus if you process it down right here. Um, and then, of course, you want that refined residue, and you also get some other stuff here, as you can see. And then to get the oxidized residue, we're going to be doing LCR with dioxygen difluoride and uncommon residue. Now, ashes I don't really care about, but this is, of course, what you want. And to get dioxygen difluoride, it's an LCR with an M-powered void crystal, fluorine, and oxygen. And the M-powered void crystal, of course, is going to be this recipe here, as you can see. And then going back here to the uncommon residue, centrifuge with water, stone residue times 24, sodium hydroxide times 3, and then you get all of this stuff. So you're getting more iron and fluorine here, and then some other stuff. The metal mixture, it does centrifuge into some other some useful stuff. Chromite, barite, iron, of course. So you end up with a bunch of iron from that, and so you're definitely going to want a bunch of sodium hydroxide because you're going to be doing this process a bunch. You're also going to be wanting a bunch of stone dust. Now, to get stone residue, of course, it's dirty hexafluorosilicic acid, which gets you that, and the hexafluorosilicic acid. Now, this, you can just electrolyze it for fluorine, hydrogen, silicon, and then to get this, you've got to take hydrofluoric times 6 buckets, 24 stone dust. Then you get 3 buckets of that dirty and 4 quartzite dust. So that's the whole chain. As you can see, it's like sort of like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe about 7-ish steps or so. But then there's some other things that you can do for processing some of the stuff that you get along the way too. And you've also got to have something for the dioxygen difluoride too. Anyways, that's pretty much how you get to the dusty helium stage. And then you can centrifuge that again for, there's that depleted helium-3 uranium, and then there's this enriched one, which is what we do really want, because you combine that with helium-3 and you get this plasma, and then in a centrifuge at LUV, you take the plasma with a magnetron that does not get consumed, and same with the cryothium, and you get uranium dust and a small pile of inert residue, which you can just take every 4 to get into that. Now, the tritium dust, we're going to be wanting to get that into a tritium ingot, of course. Then we're probably, based off what I saw, we're probably going to want to just make all of it into liquid, because the other stuff doesn't really have any uses. As you can see, I'm going to be using the liquid in the assembly line for UV field generators. Um, if we decide to make that, of course, and then I believe we'll probably be making this. So it requires 32 germanium ingots for that, and then 2 per UV field generator, 2 germanium ingots. And the UV field generator, of course, is going to be used for, you know, the quantum chest, tank, super parallel control hatches. This is 4 germanium per super parallel. And here we've got more UV field generator uses here, as you can see. It's also used for all of the stabilized microminers. Actualization chamber, and of course the tier 9 microminer. So that's why we're going to need germanium. Now, we don't actually have enough liquid neutronium left over to get an ingot. So I'm going to go ahead and get a little bit more of that going. Let's see how much I'm going to do here. Do it in sets of 9. 9 of them would get you, 9 sets of this would get you 2 ingots of neutronium for every 9 sets. Now, for some reason I have 128 left over, So I've got to fix that too. I want to have just a random laying around amount. So 128 plus 32. That gets 160. We need 144. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4 more sets would get us to 288. Yeah. Now how many ingots do we want to make? Let's just say, let's try to make 64. Around 64. So we do 63 ingots. That's a multiple of 9. Definitely gonna do 4 sets to get the 2. And then plus another 63 set. Wait. Trying to think here. 63 times 63 sets. 63 sets. No, it's not 63 sets, but why am I having a hard time thinking about this? Um, every 9 sets gets you 2. That's what we're thinking. So 32 times 9 then? That'll get us 64. We'll just do that. 288 plus 4, I guess. So we'll do 292 sets of this. That means we'll need 37,376 millibuckets of this and this. Okay. Let's see. So now quadria. We've got some right now. And then the other thing is americium. So 37. Okay, let me look at something real quick. Helium 3. Oh. Alright. Let's get that out of there. Okay, so neutronium has to be done in Mark III, and there's no liquids in here right now. Oh, that. Okay. So what we want is 37,376 for that. And then minus 10k. We want 27. Actually, we'll just make 37,376 of this too. So that way we have some extra in a quadria for other purposes. Okay, so while that's going, we do have some germanium ingots right here. So let's get one of those into our inventory. That quest is complete now. And then the chaos shards. I don't have any spare ones, but I did get plenty of them before. So this is complete. It just doesn't it didn't register it because I didn't actually put them into my inventory. The chaos shards is done, of course. Mm, okay, so while we're getting this stuff, this one's actually almost done. That should be 37, 37. Oh, I guess it made a little extra. Okay, whatever, that's fine. And we're gonna be needing 128, so let's get these set up to be 128. Americium, and it's gonna be in a quadria. Get that into that one. This one also is gonna be 128. Now we should be getting the quadria slowly, but we can definitely get the process started here in the fusion reactor. Okay, so that's going. Let's head back over here and start working on this other stuff. So this one is kind of simple. It's gonna be an EBF recipe to make these. Uh, Although I didn't see that, I guess I kind of skipped out on that part, that it does look like it has to be UV blast furnace. So we're gonna have to upgrade at least one of our blast furnaces. And we're gonna have to make sure that, I think Krypton should be in there, but if not, we'll make sure it's in there. So to upgrade it to UV, we're gonna have to swap out the LUV energy hatches on at least one of these, and then we're gonna have to get at least a ZPM energy converter if we're gonna do two ZPM energy hatches for that. Um, Now we're gonna put this in there. Let's make sure that there is Krypton. Yep, there is Krypton available in there, so that's good. So now what we want to do is get ZPM energy. Okay. Now the question is, do we want to swap out all of that energy hatches and make every blast furnace a UV, or should I keep just one UV for now? Hmm, I don't know. Um, let's see. I could do 8 of these if I want. It does require UHPACs though. Unfortunately, these things do take a little bit to process. Let's go ahead and just get started with 2 for now, see how fast we can get these 2. And obviously, I know we're going to need at least a ZPM energy converter. So let's get uh, a 16 amp just to be safe on this. Probably need that anyways, because I'm going to end up with 8 energy hatches here. Okay, so we'll get that one going too. Okay, so those are obviously going. Then we can get these ordered up. And then we can also focus on another thing too while that's being made. We can work on, well, let's see, actually. I guess we still don't have any neutronium coming. Not sure why. There. Oh, well, I think I know why. Because we didn't hook up the output hatch yet. So let's actually get that. I forgot to hook that up. So we'll get that put on there. Then we'll bring this up. Oh, not max dig, not max dig. Don't do that. That will be bad. Hello? Let me mind that. Thank you. Boom. There we go. Now we do have some neutronium. Actually, I'm going to do something here. Just going to do this. Okay. Just so that we can get this knocked out. Get this neutronium ingot. As dense as possible. Okay. There we go. That quest is done. This quest is also done. 331. Okay. Good with that one. Now we can tackle reactor stabilizer. It's going to be a few different parts here in fusion crafting. So first things first, there's going to be a couple research things here. We're going to need an awakened draconium ring. Now I already did put the craft setup in here for this. So we're going to get those crafted up. We're also going to need an awakened draconium frame box, but I did not put the rods in there yet. So we'll put that there. And now we should be able to craft one of these. So we're going to need a ring. I'm going to need data modules, of course. And we're going to need this. First things first, we'll research this one. This gets us reactor stabilizer focus ring. And down here to our research center. And get this ring and a data module put in. Then while that's going, let's make sure our dielectric should be able to keep up just fine here. I mean, it is going to go down, but not too fast. So while that's going, so that's for the ring. We also need one for the frame here, and so we'll be doing that one next. And then we also need a gear for the rotor assembly. So let's get one of these gears crafted up. So we're going to need that. Also, I can't remember if I mentioned it before, but just in case I didn't, I upgraded all of my conduits in my entire network to the highest tier draconic superconductor energy conduits. This one's halfway done now, just about. Okay, so we've got the gear. How's our dielectric doing? Okay. I'm gonna have to let it recuperate a little bit after this one finishes. Then, um, so this is just the research part, but then we also have to make sure that these are in our assembly line, and also this does have to be UV. We got to get these inner rotors and outer rotors set up. So I'm gonna grab this real quick, and then get those things set up. Could actually set them up right here though. Let's pattern these in. It's gonna be those. And then the outer rotor is gonna be these. And then those are just an auto craft, I believe. Right? Yeah. Ah, I'm gonna put it right there. And this is now finished. Here's one of our things. I'm gonna wait for. Wait, is it going up? Got PCB. Okay, this is going up. For a second, I thought it wasn't. Okay. Mm, okay, so. And is there anything else that. Wait, I guess we can get that stuff crafted up too. I mean, patterned. So this is going to be in a UV assembler. Like that. It's going to be the UV assembler, which is this one. And what else? So we've got the ring, and this one is also the assembly line, UV, I think, right? Yeah. Okay, so we should be able to potentially craft these up. And then we have the research done. Final piece will be fusion crafting, so we'll have to get that set up too. How's our dielectric going? Needs more. Okay, so let's get the. I also did off stream. I rearranged my package and unpackaging setup here. So as you can see up here, we've got one unpackager and 4 advanced crafters around it, 4 elite around this unpackager, and 4 ultimate pack crafters around this unpackager. So it'll go faster when we're doing those crafts too. Now, this one I believe is full. Thinking about it correctly. Yes. So this one is the one that we would want. And here, in this one, we're going to put the fusion craft, wherever that is. Go ahead and save that one. Put that in the packager there. Then we'll come down to the unpackager here for the fusion. Gonna need to get this one set up with that craft. Go here to this slot. Put that in there. Save that. Back down. And that'll go in there. Perfect. Alright, we are up to 256 on the dielectric. So we should be good to go to get another thing here crafted up, research rather. Go down here, and we'll put this and this. Okay, so that's being researched. Then we'll need one last thing to be researched after that. Then we'll get this rotor, um, reactor stabilizer, I meant, all finished up. And then I think our ZPM stuff is done. There's that one right there. And what happened to our other ZPM stuff? Scheduled? Hmm? Something getting stuck? Let's see. Um, ZPM. Is it the ZPM energy hatch that was stuck? I think so, right? Yeah, why is that stuck? On the assembly line? Which one? This one. Well, the items aren't in the assembly line. Oh, right, because it's not finished making the items yet. It's stuck on HPIC. But why? Oops. HPIC. It's stuck on that for some reason. They never went in? Why? Hmm? That's weird. Let's try it again. Why is this not... Why is it not inputting the stuff? Hmm? This is weird. So, PIC, 2 indium gallium, and a liquid vanadium gallium. Oh, that's what it's stuck on. Because this is extracting stuff. Still, apparently. This extractor is being used right now. We need liquid vanadium gallium. So let's temporarily move this to a different extractor so that way we can finish that. Where was that other extractor? I completely forgot. Right here. Okay, so now that is done. Um, mm, okay. So ZPM energy hatches should be actually progressing now. Um, this is also going to be a fusion craft, and we need Einsteinium for that. So I am gonna actually get that set up. I already got that autocraft set up for microversium miner to go get it for me. I haven't done it yet, but we're gonna just go ahead and get that started so it does that. And just give me a second. I will be right back. Just give me 1 second here. Hello, hello. I am back. We are ready. And I see that our ZPM energy hatch is probably being done in the assembly line right now. It looks like. And that one is finished. So let's head on over to our electric blast furnace and get one of these upgraded for sure. Let's take this LUV energy hatch out. Put a ZPM one in. And then we're gonna need a ZPM superconductor. Yeah. And we may as well use the 2 times here. Get 2 of these for now. And put those in there. Put that in there. Shouldn't take too long. I think these do take 10 seconds, maybe? Yeah. Oh, at ZPM, but we should have it at UV, so it should be 5, I would think. Huh. Let's get that. No. I don't want that connected to that stuff. Yet. Let's disconnect that. I want those connected. Okay. Um, Now we would put the ZPM energy converter somewhere. We want that going that direction. And then we're gonna need the wire cutter again to make these go this way. Like so. Okay. That should be fine. Now we just gotta get it hooked up to power. So what I'll do is just do this. Then up. Okay. Now this should be UV. Perfect. Alright. So now we should be able to request the quantum and again, I don't know how many of these we're gonna need, but oh, we have to add the awakened plates. So let's get that put into our press right here. Try crafting one of these now. Looks simple enough. Hmm. While that finishes crafting, let's actually head down here and get this other thing, other research started. So this one is, of course, finished. We've got the frame and the focus ring. Now let's go ahead and put those in there. Let's make sure their dielectric is fine. Looks like it is. Okay. There is our quantum fluxed heavy plating. I believe that quest is now complete. And we just got our Einsteinium too. That's going to be useful for us for the reactor core. I should have added this at the same time I added the other fusion crafting, but I forgot. While that research is finishing, let's go ahead and get this one set up too. Head into here. Load. We're going to get this set up. This one's going to go back into the unpackager. saplings. This one will go into the packager. Go right there, put that in there, save that, into the packager. Then go down here to Fusion. Put this one back in there. Huh? Can we craft the reactor core right now? Missing Xeron. I think that's the only thing we're missing, maybe. I didn't see any other red. Guess let's get some Xeron crafted up here. Okay. Once that Xeron is finished, we should be good to go. How long is it gonna take? 50 seconds. How many of these platings are we gonna need? I remember calculating it, but I forgot. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 36, 40 it looks like. Alright, what's it called? Fluxed. Let's get 39 more. Okay. Get those crafted up. Now we're gonna need them. Did the Xeron finish? Yes, it did. Okay. So now, let's try the reactor core. Looks like we can do it now. Definitely go ahead and get this craft started. It's kind of a bigger one. Okay. That's going. Wonder what our energy usage is right now. Curious. Okay. Our conduits hold a total of 220 billion energy right now. More than my energy core does. Unless I upgrade it more. The dielectric, or the research thing should be finished, so let's grab that. Okay. And then we're gonna go up here. We are gonna need, and I already knew that we were going to, so I did get another data access hatch. Gonna need that. Put all of that stuff in there. I did have this other data module, but I can't remember what I was gonna be using that for. Definitely not for this. Speaking of this, I think we've researched everything that we need, but I can't remember if I put that frame into a pattern. Doesn't look like I did. So we've got to add this one here. It's UV assembler. So this one will go right there. And just for now, we'll put that there. It says we're missing emeralds, but that's pretty easy to take care of. PSC wafer is going to be still doable, but kind of more annoying. I think that's the only thing we're missing. This does look like a big craft. It looks like a big craft here. Missing iridium. That could be an issue. Okay. Where's my iridium ore? I should see the osmiridium ore here, but I don't. Or not osmiridium, iridosmine. Oh, because it doesn't have iridium in it. It just has irid. I think one set of these should be fine. Again, Xeron. I guess we already used the Xeron that we got. Okay, so get some more Xeron. That shouldn't take long. Then we're gonna get some more iridium, and then we've also got to get the PIC wafers. So I believe that was gonna be the brown lens, and then we're gonna need the wafers. Screw it, we'll take a whole 64. Do I have the green one in here? Oh, right. How long does it take for each one? I know we need 13. That should only take a couple minutes in that one to get what we need. Do you have enough Zero now? Yeah. Let's get that ore. And then the emeralds. We can take care of that pretty easily. We just gotta process some. Well, we do have all these perfect emeralds. I don't think I'm gonna be using these. So let's actually head up to here. Cutting. Let's get some of these into here. Hello? Can you put it in there? Uh, oh, it has to be a lubricant. That's annoying. Alright, I guess we'll just do these ones instead then. Exquisite. Exquisite. Okay. And then we need these ones. Okay, so the emerald should be taken care of now. Stabilizer. So I think the only thing, ooh, Wyvern cores. I had 29, but I guess we need more for that. We need to get the iridium, of course, but I think that's the only other thing that we need. Since we're going to be waiting a little bit for the iridium, I'm going to get the Wyvern cores crafted up right now. Just going to craft 32. Because it says we're missing sapphires for that. That's annoying. This should get us sapphires. Okay. I got some sapphires. Let's make 32 of these. Get that going. There we go. Okay. How's that still only at... How is it only that much? I guess these things are taking a while to be crafted. Okay, so we've got the iridium coming. We've got wyvern cores being made. We've got quantum flux heavy plating going. We've got the core going also. These are all big crafts, but at least they're going. You can see all the diamonds. The diamonds. Emerald. Diamond lattice. Got lapis down here. Molecular assembler, advanced inscriber. Uh, I could actually make these molecular assemblers faster because there is a little, I mean, it's obviously going decently fast, but I could probably have it be almost instant if I put some acceleration cards. Hmm, yeah, could probably make it quite a few times faster. Probably at least, I feel like maybe 4 times faster at least. That'd be a decent improvement. Okay, once we get the ores, we're gonna get those processed up. And it's waiting on quantum flux because I think this is taking quantum fluxes. So we do have to wait for this one. Now, the question is, where are the quantum fluxes being made? Right here, in this EV mixer. Is it doing other stuff right now? Oh, it's making signal. Alright, um, ah, we should change this recipe up to include the primal mana and then move it to a faster We should, but it's gonna mess with the current craft if we do that. That'd be kind of annoying. Oops, this one. It's making signalum right now. And the signalum one also requires mana. Otherwise, I'd say we could just separate that. We don't have that in the recipe. Otherwise, we could move it. So we just gotta wait, unfortunately, for that. Unless we want to restart the craft. Which isn't the biggest deal, but still. Which one of these is making signalum right now? Obviously not that one. Not that one. Is it this one? I know that also needs to make quantum fluxes too. There is some signalum right there. Give me 1 second. Okay, I am back. Hmm. Oh, pressure crystals. I don't think I have those set to extract out of here. Yeah. I got them to come in, but not come out. Same with anything that comes in there, so until I get that figured out, or until I do it rather, I'll just pull these things out myself. At least I don't have to put them in. Okay. This one's making some progress here. The number's going down slowly. This one's also making some progress. Got 27K though. This one's only got 179. I think we might finally be making quantum fluxes, maybe? I don't know which quantum fluxes it's doing. Or if it's still being occupied by something else. Uh, Looks like we're still making signalum, I think. It's at 15 seconds per craft, too. That's really slow. Should definitely move that to a better mixer. Probably at least LUV to speed that up. Hmm. Now we got some other stuff in here. I think that was the last signalum. Now we're getting mana infused. Damn it. I want the flux crystals to have higher freaking priority. There we go. Now we're getting quantum fluxes. Okay, there we go. Now it is doing the trip. And to get the most iridium possible, I think we're going to want to make sure that this is set to a circuit of 1, I believe. But let's just double check. Yeah, 1 will give us the most for this. Now let's head over to the ore drill. Once I get that iridosmine ore, put it in here. There it is. Looks like our quantum flux deuterium is also finished. Plating. Mm, Marvel Rivals. Looks like this is done. We got some iridium here, of course. Let's get this nickel. Might as well get the netherrack, lithium, iron, this. Alright, we'll just grab this stuff for now. Okay. Let's go home. Actually, we'll go over here. Mm. Okay, so all that's done. Let's see. How much iridium? Well, we've got 10, but I forgot we need to get this set up to be thermal centrifuge. We got some more iridium right here, that's good. 73 now. Is this iridosmine getting processed? I don't think so. Okay, that's glitched. So, this iridosmine, we need to centrifuge everything besides 1, I think. Maybe? Actually, I'm not 100% sure. $81. How much did we need? 80 or something? Mm, the wyvern cores are still being crafted right now. Do have to wait for those to finish, of course. Do we have phosphoric acid right now? Or do we not? So I'm starting to think that we ran out of it. We ran out of it. Okay. We're gonna need to get some more phosphorus going. Just do it. Okay, we'll get that much phosphorus. Okay, so this recipe here, we need 5 of that and 3 water. Circuit of 24. Okay, it is going. There we go. Mm, okay, get some more. It's a decent amount of phosphoric acid. I mean, could do more, but for now, I guess that'll suffice. Okay, still finishing some more. Ah, okay. How much did we end up with? 1164. Okay. Yeah, that's good. I'm going. The annoying part is the glass. That's why I like to have wyvern cores in stock, so you don't have to wait for this glass to be made. I think the glass is being converted into nether quartz. Yeah. We could just have a bunch of nether quartz in stock. That could help too. Instead of having 0. I think the issue. So the arc furnace. Which one is it? Not that one. I thought I moved it to a faster one, but I don't know if that was actually helping or not. This one. See, the issue here is that obviously it's one ticking, but we're not getting sand and oxygen inputted fast enough into this right now. So maybe we can modify the recipe and like double or quadruple the inputs and outputs. Then it'll input in faster. That'd probably help. It's not even staying on constantly because the inputs aren't coming in fast enough right now. Alright, so still waiting on the draconic reactor core. What's going on with this one? I saw something. LUV fuel generator. Aluminum, okay. Okay. ZPM field generator. That's gonna require awakened draconium liquid. And obviously we don't have any of that right now, so let's go ahead and get some of that. I know we're gonna need that. So that way I won't get stuck on that. Looks like it is gonna do a microverse miner here at some point. Chaos shards. And it's gonna do, it's gonna get us a layer of the Chaos Guardian, because that's required for the Chaos shards. Oh, right. We do need Chaos shards for this recipe, I forgot. Is this particle generator going or not? I feel like it's been saying crafting for a while. A particle generator should be an assembly line thing. Let's go ahead and take a look at the assembly line. Nothing inputted into it. It's not on this one. That's weird. There's nothing inputted here. There's a particle generator stored there. On that one. Oh, maybe it did finish it after all then. It looks like we're just waiting on Fluxed Electra, maybe. That. Is there something else using the mixer for the Fluxed Electrum? Probably. But what? Which mixer is it? This one? Probably. Lumium. I think this is a fluxed electrum one too. Is it? Does fluxed electrum require mana? No. 50 seconds at MV. 25, 12. Eh. I'm gonna move that to the fluxed electrum. And it doesn't require mana, so just gonna move it all the way over here. And it doesn't require a circuit, so we'll just put that in there. 3 seconds, that's better. Mm, okay. All that affects electrum is processed. There might be some stuck in that other mixer though. How much more aluminum is it gonna process here? Okay, I think that's the stuff for the flux electrum. Yeah. Okay. Now we should be good on the fluxed electrum. It says everything is just scheduled right now. Maybe it got stuck on something. Maybe I got stuck on the empowered thing for some reason. Everything is just scheduled right now. It's not making empowered of anything else, is it? Not really. Not right now. Not actively crafting any. I think it just got stuck. So, I'm gonna restart this craft. The reactor core. Only 2,000 bytes. Pretty much everything should be available. For the most part. Besides the stuff it hadn't finished yet. Okay. Now it's making that. Good. Now what's it stuck on? These? Mm, I don't know. Um, shouldn't have any issues there. Is the microverse thing occupied or there's nothing stuck there? Wouldn't be any issues here. What about the one up there? Um, Nothing in there, nothing in there. Okay. It's not a microverse issue. Let's just be stuck on crafting something here. But what? So it's obviously trying to do this. It requires tier 4.5, quantum, ion 64. Mm-hmm. We've got 1, 2, 3 microminers. Why can it not do the dragon lair? I feel like that's the first thing it should be trying to do. But for some reason it's not. Like, this seems fine. It's able to do this. Can we make a lair? Lair? Because I know we need one of these. We can. So let's try doing that. Okay. That one's getting stuck asking, too. What is it getting stuck on? The pulsating crystals? Shouldn't be. Like, there's nothing here. Like, that was getting unstuck. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Well, at least we figured that out. Alright. Put that in there. Now let's see what's happening. Okay. Return core is now seeming to be stuck on the emeradic crystal blocks for some reason. Or the argon cell. Let's try to restart the wyvern core, I guess. Damn things. Let's try to do this again. 32. Everything's available. Get that started. It's going now. We upgraded, I don't know if I remember showing this, but I did upgrade my setup here. Ignore the old Empower, I just put the new one right here. So that thing goes way faster than the other one did. Also, for some reason, it likes to drop these empty cells. I don't know why. Um, but that's going. Oops. Okay, so we've got the Wyvern cores coming in. It does take a bit of energy to do that, but should definitely be fine. No big deal. Waiting on another warp engine. This is the assembly line. Then it should go on to this microverse miner. Shouldn't be stuck on the warp engine unless we ran out of soldering. We still have 307 buckets right now. How long is it supposed to take? 45 seconds? Okay. Good. Getting the layer now. Do we have the reactor core? No. Oh, right. We decided to try this part individually. Then we figured out what was wrong. Mm-mm-mm. Okay. So now we've got the layer. So if we try this reactor core now, it's only going to be 822 bytes. Mostly everything's available, it looks like here. Let's go ahead and get that crafted up. That'll take 90 seconds total. Should have a reactor core real soon. Um, what about the stabilizer? We don't even have to craft that individually, but we may as well. Um, okay. I mean, it says we can craft it. Neural processing units. That's gonna take a little bit of time, actually. Should definitely get this craft going as soon as possible. Okay. So, while we get the core and while we get the stabilizer, we may as well go ahead and, yeah, because we need those for the quest. And then for the tier 9, since we don't think we have that as a recipe yet, right? 9? Oh wait, actually we did. Now, I'm not gonna assume that we're out of diamonds because we are crafting some stuff right now. We might be out of iridium. We might be, I don't know. It's hard to say for sure because again, we are crafting stuff. Um, lapis. Hmm, universal navigator. We're definitely gonna have to do that. And for that, we're gonna need a stellar creation data. And that's why we had that extra data module. Of course. We're gonna need one of these. I think I accidentally just hit. Yeah. So we're gonna need one of these. And we can do it. We just need a CPU available, but we also have to put those in. We didn't put that in yet. Okay, so ultra dense hydrogen. We do have to get that set up here. And we're just gonna do an autocraft for that. And then we're also gonna need the dense hydrogen, which is 9 solidified hydrogens. And then I don't know if I have, I think I do. Yeah. Okay, we already have solidified hydrogen as a thing, and that's actually auto stocked. So we're gonna go to our auto crafts here and see where I want to put these. I'm gonna put them right here. Okay, so if we try to do one of these now, let's see what it says. Um, so we don't have enough solidified hydrogen. We could change the auto stock amount if we wanted. Mm, by the way, I haven't showed you the setup yet, but I did go to the void. I put a quantum ring down here, of course, and it's not too much here right now, but I did make all of these fluid solidifiers, and these are all set to auto stock 64 of like solidified or um, the what's the other thing called? Solidified and stabilized or whatever. I don't remember which ones are called stabilized, but yeah. Yeah, stabilized. There we go. So all of that is there. And so let's go ahead and change the one for hydrogen just so it's easier. Hydrogen one is right there. Let's go ahead and make this 512. So then I'll start doing that. It's still gonna be a bit before these ones are done. Honestly, might be quite a long time. Quite a long time. We're waiting on the stabilizer. The core, I don't know. Oh, we do have the reactor core now. Look at that. There we go. Ooh, this looks cool. In my hand. It's moving too. That should be a conflux catalyst. What? What do you mean? Where's the conflux catalyst quest? Hmm. Well, we already made that because we made the core. And this, I'm guessing, is required for ultimate. We have done both of these, 387 and 262. Wait, that's not the right thing, is it? 387 and 262. Okay. Alright, so we do have the core now. That's some good stuff. Mm, we do have to get the Universal Navigator, as I said. We've got to research it first. We need to get the Stellar. So, we're waiting on some solidified hydrogen right now. That might take, honestly, probably almost 10 minutes for that. And we're also waiting on this stuff, of course. Mm, lots of stuff here. This one alone will take, I think it's 30 seconds each. So it'll take 23 minutes for that. Just that one little section there. Damn. Too bad I didn't have more of these already crafted up. It's something I should do off stream. I should try to get a bunch of Nero. I don't know, can I make 1,000? Well. So I have these auto stocked, but obviously I don't have them auto stocked enough. And also, that does require a lot of iron 3 chloride to make 1,000 of those. It's about 5k buckets, 5,000 buckets. What about 512? That's just our auto stock, really. And takes about almost 600k PBI for that too. And iridium, 256. We could do 256 if we wanted. 256 of them would take about 2 hours to do though. Of course, that's gonna be something we do off stream. Well, we should get a bunch of these though, at least. Okay. So I am at least gonna make the stellar creation data and get the universal navigator researched. And then once we have that researched, I want to see if there's anything else I can knock out of the tier 9 within the next 15 minutes, let's say. Um, Again, right now it says we are missing emeralds, but we are crafting something. Um, so I'm not 100% trusting it just yet until our um, reactor stabilizer is finished crafting to see what the actual numbers are. We are going to need Hastoid though. May as well get that. Okay. Definitely going to need the Hastoid. And we're going to have to add Super Chest 4 as a craft. It's an auto craft with quantum processors. What was this? Oh, MV field generator. Okay. Craft. I'll put that one right there. Okay. Now we just gotta get the universal navigator research, but we also will get the pattern set up. UHV mainframe. Okay. UV robot arms. Okay. And I think we might need to, yeah, because there's 9 of these things, so instead of using this one, I'm going to use this one. Get rid of that. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. And this universal navigator will have to be in the UV assembly line. Put that right there. Now, it says it's going to be a 924K craft. We gotta add more stuff. Probably because of this. Mm-hmm. Gotta do the 4 times in the dents. And the microversion plates too. Okay. This one first. Wire mill, C4. This one, it's gonna be 9 of those into the double plate. And then this one into the regular press. Alright, let's go to the presses. And the single one goes there. And the double one, which I guess we're gonna need more pattern for that. Pattern expansion. Let's head over to, let's see, this one. Where is the double? Right here. Let's get one of these put in there. More room. Put that one in there. And then go to the wire 4 times. Goes there. Huh? I think this number will go down once the stabilizer is finished because it thinks we don't have the ingredients or the stabilizer itself yet. So the number should go down once the stabilizer finishes. And the amount of stuff required here. It says we've still got 369,000 to go. Let's make sure it's not stuck on anything, which I don't think it is. It's doing HPICs right now. Let's look at that. We do have it in the LUV chemical reactor right now, but it's 30 seconds a piece. We do have a ZPM one we could stick it in to make it even faster. May as well. There we go. Now it's only 15 seconds a piece. Okay. The actual HPICs themselves, what cutting saw are they going into? I have no idea. Probably this, oh yeah, this one. 34 seconds at LUV. That does take a bit of time. 30 seconds each. Definitely slower than what this is going at. 34 seconds, elite cutting machine. We don't have a higher tier cutting machine right now than LUV. Have to make one. At least this is getting going on some other stuff now that this one's taking care of the wafers. Okay, can we make this yet? 22 more. It's almost there. Hmm. Oh yeah, so another thing that I did get set up, motes of omnium. Now we should pretty much have everything to go besides a couple ingredients that I guess we got a little too low on, like coal and diamonds, for example, but this is also for 64 of them. But as you can see, we pretty much have everything ready to go. Besides the coal and diamonds, which got a little too low, everything else is set. Obviously, if we wanted to craft just one, we can definitely craft one. We can probably maybe even, no, not do 32 right now, but if we wanted to, we could do 16. It's just the diamonds and coal will have to get stocked up a bit because they're getting low. Our diamonds, we're gonna have to get more diamonds. We do have some exquisites though. This is like 12,000 diamonds right here. Say about 14K. Mm, well, I'm gonna get that stellar thing created here in just a moment. Then maybe while we wait for this to finish, which shouldn't take too long, get that started. Maybe I can go mine some diamonds. Um, I forget. Where do I usually mine my diamonds again? The moon. Yeah. Um, let's pick a direction. And then we go to diamonds. Is there any diamonds in this area? Oh, I guess not. Alright. Go further this direction, I guess. Seller creation date is already made. That's fast. Come on, are you telling me there's no diamonds over here? Oh, there's one down there. It's like one, two, couple east and some south. Probably about here. Wrong thing. Diamond. Okay. We'll mine all these diamonds. We want to go that way too. Gold. Uh, where's the diamonds at? Oh, there's some diamonds. Okay. Now, we'll get this set to that. We mine this direction. There we go. Alright, now let's see how many diamonds we got so far. 2.2k. It's a good amount. But, never mind. I guess it was glitching. We only have 1,400. Alright, well, we'll want more than that. 1,500. There's a bed of diamonds right here. Get all that mined. 1,560. Okay, I think this area is pretty much mined out now. Yep. It's gone. Let's try going southwest. How did I get down here again? Uh, thought I had I thought there was a hole to go up, but I don't see it anymore. Ooh, it's really windy outside right now. I can hear it. Did I come in through a weird way? Confused how the, oh, there's the hole. I found it. Okay. So here we are. We wanted to go this way a little bit, and then let's see where that diamond is now. Here. Is that accurate? Okay. I'm gonna go 1, 2, and 1, 2. 2 west, 2 south. 1, 2, 2 west, and 2 south. I think right about maybe here. Alright, here's the diamonds. And there's also lava. So be careful because of that. Mine. That. What else do we have in our inventory right now? Some ilmenite. Okay. 2,500 so far. I don't want that. Okay. I think that pretty much covers the diamonds here in this section. Weird half sections, half ores, half circles, I mean. So we did get 2,900 diamond ores, I guess. We'll just say that's good enough for now. Let's go ahead and go here real fast. This, 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 magnetite, vanadium. Oh, okay. Gold is not in there. Probably just process this. And the diamonds, too. Come on. Get that in there. Okay. Oh, not that. Give me that out of there. Okay. Sorry about that. I just realized my microphone had turned itself off there for a little bit. I don't know how long it was off for, but sorry about that. Anyways, so if you didn't hear or see, we just got the Universal Navigator researched, and we are obviously still waiting on the stabilizer. It does say we only have 151 left on that though, so we're actually almost just about done here, sort of. Well, by sort of, I mean there's not many steps left, but the steps will take a bit of time. This will obviously take about 12, 13 minutes. Um, and then once the stabilizer is done, um, we obviously would have to make the actual tier 9 microminer itself. And I'm not sure how big of a craft that's going to be. Because right now, again, thanks the stabilizer is not, it doesn't exist yet to the system, and the ingredients that went into it also don't exist according to the system. But once that craft finishes, that number will lessen. Um, right now, it looks like we're just about waiting on how much energy? 420 million. Just waiting on some circuits and HPICs. This has got 36 more HPICs, which are being not done there. Uh, should be in the cutting, right? 34 seconds apiece. That's going to be about 10 minutes for that to finish. And then got about a little more than 10 minutes for the neural processing units to finish. And these are being used for what? Why are we making the neural processing units here? What are they? Oh, for the wetware processors. Sterilized growth medium. We might actually be able to speed up the neural processing units right now if we wanted to. Um, we could potentially even speed this up a little bit. Not too much faster, but a little bit. Uh, let's see here. So if we could use P2P or obviously the faster route, but we could just duplicate the pattern and put it into here also. Mm, that would speed up the neural processing. This, we could put those into the cutting machine too. I want most of them being in there though. This one, oh right, that's still making diamonds right now. Or not diamonds, I meant emeralds. That's another issue too though. We don't have anything in here. Um, let's get some lubricant. Put that in there. That. That'll speed that up, of course. I really want this stabilizer finished. By putting those in there, that'll save us a minute and a half at least. So right now, got 7 left. That's gonna take 4 minutes. The neural processing. Where is that being done, actually? ZPM, clean room. Oh, right, it's this one right here. Duh. We can actually... Oh, this one has the sterilized growth medium in the recipe here. Let's go ahead and do this. And put that in there. I'm not gonna do it. Should take these 6 and put them into the input bus. But it's not. It's only doing the wetware stuff still. That's weird. I don't know why it's not inputting that into this. Huh. What the heck? Okay. Well, I mean, we tried, but for some reason it just does not want to. I don't know what else to say. Just doesn't feel like doing it, I guess. Wait. I know why. Because when we originally did the craft, it had the recipe that told it to do it with sterilized growth medium. And if you're trying to put one in afterwards that doesn't say to do sterilized growth medium, then obviously it's gonna be conflicting. So that's why that won't work. Energy modules. This should be getting done within the next couple minutes though. And then we finally get to find out how long it is until the tier 9 is made. Which I might, if it's gonna take a while, I might honestly finish it off stream, considering it's already been a long time to get to this point. I do have to get these exquisite emeralds processed over into regular emeralds. So while we're waiting, may as well get these into here. And then we would need these. Getting our emeralds up. Should be 1 ticks, yeah. Okay. So we got up to 1,000 emeralds, maybe 1.1k. Okay. Nice. Okay, 1.4k. That's good. I think we should be fine on emeralds now then, for this craft. Okay, so now we're just waiting on 5 of these and that stuff, and then this will pretty much be finished up here real soon. Mm, 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 mm. Just waiting on this slow ZPM circuit assembler, taking 100 years. I don't know why. So I have used the large circuit assembler before for the neural processing units, but it didn't seem to be doing multiples of the neural processing units for some reason. It was only doing them individually for some reason, I think, but I'm not sure why. If it's got a parallel control hatch, it should frickin' do more than one at a time of these. Uh, Assuming it has, you know, multiple sets of the ingredients available, it should do multiple. I'll have to do some more double testing with that, because that would greatly speed up the process time if I can do multiple of these at a time. I don't see why it would be excluded. Okay, so we've got 4 of these still in there. So that means it's still probably going to be at least another 2 minutes. See if the number goes down or if it stays at 4. Alright, we're still at 4. So 2.5 minutes so far. So we've got 5 left. So I think it is about 2.5 minutes total. Mm, okay. So like if I put this stuff, right, into here, it should do all of it at the same time, right? But it'll only do one if I put this in right now. See, it only did one set. We have plenty of sterilized growth medium available, and we had 2 sets of ingredients in there for it, but it still only did one. I have no idea why. do have a parallel control hatch here, so it should be able to do multiple of it, but it just chose not to for some reason. I'm not quite sure I understand why. Not sure. Anyways, we're just waiting on the wetware processor to be finished any second. And then Lapatronic Energy and the assembly line. It's gonna take 50 seconds, I think. I think we have that in the ZPM. And then I think we have to make this one next. That'll take 60 seconds. And then once we have the energy modules, make that, and then this. Okay. Energy module time. Then Draconic Energy Core. Maybe I should try looking up Nero processing. Nero process. Do I hear something? 1 second. Okay, I am back. It looks like we are good to go. Uh, let's look at this thing. Stabilizer. Let's grab that. That is. Did I just hear something? That sounded weird. Um. Okay. Um. Tier 9. Okay, it went down drastically. That's a very good thing. Only 140,000 bytes now. Okay, so this actually looks like there's not too much that goes into this craft here. Um, I don't know how long this will take, of course. There's a decent amount of stuff here. I can get it started, but ooh, 72. Yep, more neural processing units. So what I will have to do is I have to craft this off stream, unfortunately, because that is going to take, unless there was a way to parallelize this, which I feel like I haven't figured out how to do for some reason. Um, for some reason, I don't get why, if I put in multiple inputs of the neural processing units, I don't know why the ZPM large circuit assembler does not do multiple at the same time. I gotta try to get that figured out. Um, cause it should do it, but I'll try to do some more research and figure out why it feels like it's not doing it. But for now, I guess we will wrap up. Um, we did knock out quite a few quests. We did got this, of course, that, and that. Uh, pretty much finished. We just gotta wait for it to be finished, and then of course this too. These two are already finished also. Um, and yeah, so we'll get the tier 9 crafted up off stream and get some stuff ready for next time. And yeah, I think that's it for now. Thank you for watching, and I will talk to you next time. Bye for now.